Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is the Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. We are in the Umbra. Ping has taken her time, probably a while, and shifted slowly and deliberately into Lupus. Because she has a special errand, she has decided to finally hunt down the Keeper of the Land and introduce herself. So she takes her time, she shifts into Lupus, she shakes herself off. Um, This isn't a form that she's spent a lot of time in recently, though she's had her time. And she puts her head to the ground, starts sniffing, and she heads first for the Shrine of Uktena because she's heard that that's where he's most often found.
Hmm. And actually, today he's not at the Uktena Shrine because I decided so.
Okay, that's fair. She doesn't actually know what he smells like, so
Well, if you want to have fun to see how long it's going to take you, you can you can roll a perception alertness to try to get a scent.
okay, let's do that. That'll be fun. Oh, what is it in it's just -2 diff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
-2 diff because you're wolf and you're the superior race.
Yay for -2 diff. She's got
Okay,
3 successes.
so you sniff a little bit around, trying to catch Katori's scent, and well, there's probably things that you've catched up with being a little bit around the set, probably asking people another Garu where to find the keeper of the land. And while searching for a scent, at some point you get something that might bring you back a little comment made by someone saying that Kotori has some kind of distinctive scent. Where at some point you feel something that scents like water, but also death and mystery, and you decide to follow that scent, which is the strongest one around the Vyuktena shrine. And as you go through the umbral reflection of the set, you are actually going to find him at the uh, at the shrine of Pegasus,
Oh, okay.
as he is pretty much using rituals to ensure that the wild aspect that you see around you, you can see that pretty much around that shrine, nature seems to be way more alive, way more well wild
Sure.
compared to all the other shrines that you've passed.
Fair enough. Okay. She approaches quietly and warily with her ears and her tail both high. Um, Trying to remind herself to use her ears and her nose instead of her eyes as she searches for the wolf she's looking for here.
Oh yeah, when you arrive at the shrine, you see him any without any difficulty. He's standing in front of a shrine,
Okay.
and well, from a distance, you can definitely feel that that water scent,
Hmm.
and you can see that his body in the reflection of the umbra is covered with feathers,
Hmm.
and his face is pretty much white, as his eyes are completely black, and his claws are actually talons.
So cool.
This is what you want to have spirit heritage for. You want to look cool.
Has he spotted her? Is he paying any attention, or is he very involved with this ritual?
Well, I shall see. I shall see. Like, do I pay attention? I will do it at a little higher. But yeah, you can see that his ears move, catching catching the sound of you coming into his direction. And he is going to turn his head, fixing you with his black eyes.
Ping is an entirely unremarkable looking wolf. Currently kind of hovering at the edge of this area. And she very much doesn't know if she's invited or welcome. As soon as he turns to look at her, her ears go back and her head drops lower so that her head is lower than his.
Mm-hmm. And he looks at you for a few seconds before he starts to walk to your direction. And he will start actually to circle you.
Okay. Is he bristling or is he? Yeah, I guess bristling's the best word.
You would have to explain me this word. This is a new word. I learned
Oh, sorry. No, that's fair. Is he like? Is his fur standing on end? Is he puffing himself up to look bigger?
He's not exactly well, you can perhaps from your perception, animal can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nope, nothing. She has no idea. That
You have
makes sense.
you have no idea to interpret his body language.
Okay,
He doesn't seem to act in a particular way, or at least
sure.
you're not exactly sure, but yeah, he continues to turn around you, and perhaps after two turns, he you can
She
see.
actually, if he once he gets close enough,
Mhm.
since she has no idea what he's doing, like since she just can't read him, she's gonna just like roll over.
And yeah, good, because now that you've rolled over, perhaps seeing the situation from a different angle, you can see that actually
From a different angle.
yes, you can see that actually his fur was getting a little bit husked, and his ears were getting flattened the more and more he was making the circle.
Fair enough.
And he's going to approach you, looking at you.
She tucks her tail over her belly and waits. It's not like it's what wolves do when they are nervous about the person who's throating them. Like if you watch a wolf puppy,
Yeah.
it's not like a defiant gesture. It's she's nervous as fuck.
I'm not defiant, I promise.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, he looks at her, and he's not throating her yet, or even acknowledging, but he looks at her and asks, "Who are you?"
She's never given an introduction in wolf on her back before, and like she literally gives like a high pitched whine before she starts because she's like, I feel so stupid right now. So she starts her introduction with just kind of a sad little whine, and then she tells him, "I'm Ping, Glasswalker Theurge, Cleath, Raya."
You can throw a peony if you want.
Okay. Two.
I saw the one before everything, and I was like, oh shit.
Right. Me too. I was like, good job, Dice. Thanks for screwing me up here. But it's okay. I got two.
Okay, so basically, when you say my name is Ping, you can see that his eyes, squint a little bit, and then you say Glasswalker, they squint more.
It's fair.
And he's still looking at you from his dominating position, and he is going to start to snarl and bare his teeth. And as he pretty much approach your face,
Hmm.
he's going to whisper to you in your ears, just below that little growl that you can hear. You should also remember to introduce which breed you're on. 2 legs. And with that, he's going to throat her and, well, squeezing ever so gently, but also squeezing in the sense that, yeah, I squeeze perhaps just a slightly tiny bit more than I should.
Okay. She whines again, and her back legs kind of kick, but like when you are holding a puppy and they don't want to actually like maul you with their hind feet, but like it's kind of instinctual to want to maul you with their hind feet. She does that.
And yeah, after doing that for 5 seconds, let go he let go of Ping's throat, and he's going to take a few steps back as he sits on his hinge legs, subtly, silently inviting her that yes, you can go back on your legs now.
Okay. So she does. She rolls back over and like shakes herself off hard, and but if he's sitting, she like lays herself out flat on her belly, with like her head on her front paws, and keeps a pretty close eye on him. She's keeping her tail down, but her ears up. She's definitely wary.
Yay!
She has been warned several times about how this was going to go.
And now I realize that Katori has a reputation of a psychopath. And yeah, as he sits, he goes, I am Katori. Kashketi bikut, tiki namakut. Afro of the Uktena tribe, listening moon. Born on 4 legs, keeper of the land and alpha of the hunters of the lost. What business do you seek with me, Glass Walker? As he puts the emphasis on the name.
She can't help it. Her ears go up. When he says Glasswalker, her ears go up and her tail twitches. Like, she can't help it. She's happy to be a Glasswalker. Even if he spits it, like, there's just for a moment, she's like, yeah, that's me.
Yay, that's me. That's going to go on the quotes.
Oh, no. So her head comes up a little bit and then she sets it back down because she's trying so hard not to piss him off. I thought it was only appropriate for me to introduce myself to the keeper of the land, Raya. I wouldn't have picked Pegasus Shrine to be the place we met. I apologize if I've made these spirits uncomfortable.
I'm pretty sure that any spirit of the wild would be uncomfortable. But yes, you did good coming to me, presenting yourself. Have you presented yourself also to Chases the Storm?
Not yet, Raya. I haven't been here very long, and I was, before I really had the chance to be polite, I was swept up into helping with a first change.
Hmm. Yes. At least that is something where your tribe excel.
Her tongue lolls. She's laughing. Silently.
Hmm. So, you have made your introductions. Good. Are there any things that you wish to talk with me? Or are you going to stay there like a puppy, like a pup, trying to look happy about yourself?
Her ears go down, and her fur bristles a little bit. She's watching him pretty intently. She's completely oblivious to most of her own reactions. Like she's just that's just her. She's just ping. And she's trying, like, he asks the question for just a second. There's like a silence as she tries to decide what the right answer is.
Yeah, probably also asking herself, should I be cocky about this? Or no, perhaps not.
Well, I've heard tales, Raya, that you have some very interesting tales to tell. But if you'd rather never see my face again, I can stay, over there.
As he sigh, that's not going to change the fact that you're on the land that I had to tend for. So, if you have questions, you should ask them. I can answer them or not, depending on the mood.
She's giving him a wolf grin again. Right, yes, of course. Nothing specific yet, though I've tried to ask what I need to be worried about in terms of the spirits here. And
Fucking up, that's what you should be wary about.
she wants so bad to use her phone when he says that. She like turns around and starts like chewing at her shoulder for just a second. Like there's a stripe on her shoulder that is the mark of her spider satchel when she's in lupus.
Mm-hmm.
And she can't pull it out. She doesn't have any fucking thumbs. So she just starts like doing that like dog chew on her shoulder for a minute. She just wants it pretty bad. Right, got it. Not fucking up is on my to-do list. Here at the top.
Exactly. We had fuck ups. Seems to happen on a weekly basis. Some, they are minor, can deal with it. Some others, well, either they die or we kill them. We had actually both our situations not so long ago. And
She's
one of
gonna
them was a Theurge.
peony that.
Yes.
Ping sees all the things.
But what all the things do you want to see exactly in his statement?
She's mostly just trying to figure out where Katori stands on that, like whether there is any lingering fear sorry, excuse me, whether these are problems that are still unresolved and he's still trying to deal with them, or whether he's just sad, or whether he's just
Uh,
pissed.
it's well with four successes. You can feel sadness when he said that they die before before we deal with them.
Hmm.
And when he says he says or we kill them, pretty much you get the feeling that he has unfinished business, and that this is this is getting on his nerves.
Okay. Duly noted.
we had we had problems recently with a Fierge who was probably too cocky for his own good, too entrapped in his own greatness, that he forgot that spirits are not people. And when they're angry, saying sorry is not going to cut it off. So I had to sacrifice him to every single spirit he pissed off.
Oh my god, it's the best way to phrase it. She's staring at him now, like with wide, wide eyes.
You're going to see it. The spirits of the Sept, they haven't yet forgotten, and they haven't yet forgiven. And I need to see that every single one of those dum-dums have done the chiminage that I ordered, because otherwise I'm going to have to float every single one of them. And perhaps if they are way too cocky and I'm not in the mood, then perhaps I should give them a lesson and set them on a little journey in the Dark Umbra to teach them a lesson.
She's gonna perception empathy how serious he is about sending people to the Dark Umbra to teach them a lesson.
He's totally serious.
Okay.
He is 100% serious about sending people to the Dark Umbra to teach them a lesson.
Okay. You can perception empathy your response if you want. If Katori's not paying attention, that's totally legit.
Rare? What's going to...
You can perception empathy her response if you want, or if he's just not paying attention.
You know how it is. We always roll peony. Like, that's the bread and butter of the venue. Yes.
So
things.
She's staring at him when he says that, and her ears like snap up, and then they snap back again, and like she can't tell whether she's really impressed or like fucking terrified. Like she's just kind of staring at him like, this motherfucker, huh?
And yeah, when he sees that, he gives her a wolfish smirk. Well, you know, not so long ago, we sent all the cubs to Wolfholm. You shouldn't be that surprised.
She's not entirely. Actually, I don't even know if she knows much about Wolfholm. Her Umbra lore, 0.
I mean, oh shit!
I mean, she's a brand new Cleath.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's.
You have to make choices, but you can still try to roll an intelligence roll.
Is it a higher diff or just intelligence?
I would say first roll of it. We'll see how.
Nope. She has no fucking clue. Oh my god, Ping is so boned.
So yeah, Wolfholm, probably a retirement realm or something.
Retirement realm. Oh, no.
Retirement realm for wolves.
I mean, she failed. She didn't botch.
Yeah,
So
no, I know. I just can't help but when someone say wolf home, I would say either is it a reserve or is it like a retirement home for elder people?
she just kind of stares at him kind of blankly when he says that.
And he's going to give her, the judgmental look of, the teacher who pretty much caught his student when he said, "Did you do your math homework?" And you said, uh, uh, "Well, and he he sighed. Huh. Well, looks like they haven't teach you a lot.
She actually kind of bristles when he says that. But it's not an unfair statement, and she
I mean,
like
let's
recognizes
be
that.
honest. Let's be honest here, Ma. I mean, your character is a glasswalker. This Kotori is a Nuktena.
Yep, yep. So she bristles, but she doesn't. She doesn't contradict him, and she doesn't come at him. She just kind of sulks where she's sitting, laying.
Well, Wolf home. Well, we're gonna take it as your first lesson here. Wolf home is an umbral realm. And if you're thinking that this is where Wolf wants to be, then you're wrong. That's Summon Home. Wolf Home is pretty much a nightmare made living. The nightmare of every wolf. Here, if I were to send you there on a mission, you would lose the ability to change. You would be a wolf. As he starts to walk into her direction and start to circle around her.
She's actually going to start chewing on her shoulder again.
You would lose your mind. You will only rely on your instinct, on your wolf heart. There, you would be truly one wolf, and not someone born on two legs who can change into a wolf, but has to reach to her wolf heart as something new and unknown to her. And then when you will be there, you will be hunted down by humans, hunted down by their weaver machines and their fire stick, as they will shoot at you. Then if they caught you, they're gonna bring you to a zoo, put you in a cage for people to look at you and laugh at you. Or if you're not lucky, then they bring you to their laboratory. This is Wolf Home. And yes, as he sits in front of her, this is not a nice place to be sent to.
She cannot communicate what she wants to communicate in the lupus tongue.
Yes, well, for hashtag nope, please flatten your ears, perhaps whine a little bit, and put your tail between your legs.
I mean, she's already got her tail between her legs, but she will add the ears and the wine. And
Sorry, I hear screams.
uh-oh, are they good screams or bad screams?
I think. um,
You sent cubs there?
I didn't. I wouldn't send someone there unless they were really stupid. and started to say, "Oh, human kinfolk have it so hard. Like life as a human kinfolk is so hard." If someone said that, I would definitely send them to Wolf Home. No, the reason why they were sent there was, well, because we had a very well, you should probably know him. We had Thief of Titanium as a warrior. And you can do an intelligence glasswalker lore, because I believe you would have that, miss.
Yes, that she has. And she's actually heard quite a bit about Teeth since she got here. So, well, 3 successes.
Oh yeah, badass motherfucker.
Yep. I should have
Quite
rolled that when I first got in. Anyway, she recognizes that name, and she's heard a lot about him since she got here. So, she actually is not interested in Teeth of Titanium at this point. She's much more interested in Kotori's response to Teeth of Titanium, if that makes sense. This is perception empathy.
Hmm. Hmm. Tap, 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 tap. Kotori's response to Thief of Titanium. With 2 success, what you can tell from the way he tells the name and the quest. You can, I guess you could feel perhaps a slight hinge of respect, but mostly what you get is a form of disapproval.
Okay, interesting.
So, yes, I may threaten to send grown-ups to dark places, but no, wasn't my idea. Was one of your tribe. As he's pretty much, I'm going to throw a peony on her because he feels that she's disapproving of sending people to dark places, but now he wants to see how she reacts. By knowing that it's not the the cranky Uktena Afro that did it, but one of her own tribe mates.
Sure.
Yes. So 2 successes.
She's not trying to hide anything. She is taut as a wire, trying to figure out. Like she's here to try to figure out Kotori, and like she's super concentrating on his responses. She has no idea how to feel about Teeth of Titanium in general. Like ever since she got here, it's been like this guy, and she has no clue how to even respond to like the existence of Teeth. So that's exactly it. Is this on the test? So like as she's listening, she looks just incredibly undecided.
Interesting. You don't seem to approve to send people to the Dark Umbra, and you certainly do not seem to appreciate the description that I made of Wolfholm. Yet you seem indecisive regarding one member of your tribe who ordered to send people there.
Her ears perk and she cocks her head sideways. I don't know all the facts. Teeth Teeth of Titanium Raya outranked me by quite a lot. What do you think about it, Raya?
Eh, I agree that Cubs needed to be taught a lesson. Wouldn't have been the lesson I would have chosen. I guess it was kind of hard to work with his brain after everything that happened to him.
She sets her head back on her paws again. She is thinking pretty hard.
Do you want a peony on that statement?
Yes, I do.
I think I will call this scene peony. Pretty much what you're getting is implying that perhaps the fact that he was that he became a cyborg may have interference with his brain. That perhaps he went for retard when he became a cyborg.
No.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's she's not quite sure what to do with that either, so she starts chewing on her shoulder again. She's not gonna have any fur left by the time this conversation is over. I think she's gonna have to switch it up next time.
But apparently we have other things. So what did you do there during the first change?
Oh, this is the first time a theurgist asked her that question. She looks a little surprised that that's the question he asked, and maybe a little approving, and maybe a little sheepish. Raya, I was hearing things for several days beforehand. The spirits were in my head, and I couldn't hear them well. So I tried to take a break. I canceled my classes and went for a drive and found myself a bane, not really on purpose. I just was driving towards what I was hearing, and it fucked me up pretty good. But I made enough noise, and someone heard me, and I didn't die.
He's going to nod to that, and then he's going to swipe his paw at your muzzle.
She's gonna peony that.
You don't need to peony. I'm going to answer to why I did it, but okay.
Okay.
Like, you can peony, but damn, like, we don't have to do it all the time. Lol. So yeah, he swiped you, and you get the feeling it's not, necessarily. I mean, he's a grumpy Afro from what you're getting. He's kind of grumpy, but it's not. You could have thought for a second that this was pretty much a slap to the face.
Mm-hmm.
But the feeling that you get is that it was a swipe at the back of your head. Like, you're being silly, because when you think about it, to the word that he said, he was actually talking about your intervention on the recent first change, not your first change.
Oh,
So yeah, like it's the equivalent of I take a ruler and I gently slap your fingers with it. Like, no, this is not what I asked. It's not a bad answer, but that's not the answer I wanted.
Okay, that's totally fair. Um, she looks super sheepish, and she is already laying down. She can't get much smaller and flatter, but she tries. Oh, I took care of the cameras and staged a kidnapping.
Hmm. What was the cub exactly? Is it the one with Silverfang pure breed?
Yes, Raya. A Philodox.
Well, Morning Kill is going to have a lot of work with this one. Not all the time that you find someone from your own tribe and from your own auspice. How bad was the first change?
She considers that and kind of winces because it's hard to put a number on how bad a first change is. There's a lot of factors, and honestly, her first response, she knows he's not gonna like it.
Do your stuff.
So she, um,
Go with the flow.
yeah, with that, without really wanting to, like, she realizes this isn't the way he wants to answer, but she's going to tell him, in terms of casualties, it was low. In terms of personal loss, it was low. In terms of potential risk to the Vale, it was extremely low. In terms of confusion, it was high. And in terms of complexity for cleanup, it's also high.
What is complex about this?
She looks up at him and is totally absorbed in her answer. Like, this is not the answer she would be giving him if she was thinking about it, but she's not thinking about it. She's thinking about her answer. He's already an influential human, and I believe we can save those ties if we play our cards right. If we fuck it up, well, we haven't lost anything, but if we can pull it off, I think we can save all of his prior ties and not make his mother sad.
That doesn't really answer my question.
No, you're right. I apologize. What we'll need to do is reintroduce him to human society, which would be... She stops and she eyeballs Katori, and she's not sure how much of it is going to make sense.
He genuinely snickers when you say we got to reintroduce him to human society.
She stops. She stops when he snickers and isn't quite sure.
So, we got to release it into the wildlife, huh?
No, the opposite of that, because if we... She's going to peony to see if she notices that he's teasing her. She notices that he's teasing her. She stops. Abba,
Abba. Clef, if you need to think 7 times what you're going to tell me in fear that I will rip your throat off, you're not going to go very far. I don't hold any particular liking to your tribe, especially currently. but I am not unfair. So speak your mind, and stop trying to overthink it, because this is really going to get old very, very fast.
Yes, Raya. Basically, when he goes back to the humans, they're going to want to take him into protective custody, and we don't want that. We want him in our custody, and it will take some shenanigans and some lying on his part and some trickery on ours to pull that off.
So I am still waiting for my answer.
Why is it
Because
complex?
yes, because you keep telling me that he has ties to human society, that apparently they would want to protect him, when clearly the fact that at least he is a half moon. He is a half moon, thus his rage is going to become very problematic very soon when he is going to be among humans. And you haven't really answered me to explain to me how this is extremely complex. What exactly is he to be so important?
A police officer.
Those blue Hamids with their fire sticks?
Yes, Raya. They are, of anyone in society, they're the ones who are paid to give a shit. They're the ones who, usually when you're moving among humans, they don't want trouble. Those are the ones who are paid to want trouble. And if we have a way...
Yeah, I get it. They are the one who enforce the rules of the Weaver.
Sure, yeah. Yes, Raya, let's go with that.
I'm gonna peony that.
That's fair.
Yes.
She's gonna actually contest that with both dice. How many successes did you have?
Well, the thing is, what you have to remember is that if you're in lupus form, you have -3
Oh, that's
dice to
right.
your social rolls.
Nope, that's fair. Okay, she's not gonna contest. That's fair.
Which is why I haven't tried to contest any single of the rolls. Because my dice pool to lying is 3.
Okay, when he says that, and when she responds, he gets the sense that what he said is, she feels that it's inaccurate but not worth arguing about, if that makes sense.
And yeah, he looks at her. And how would you put it? Because from my lupus experience, all the rules from your society, the laws, all those reinforce the power of the Weaver. The rules is what makes the pattern spider so interestingly dangerous. Because as long as you respect the rules, as long as you don't do anything, they will leave you alone. But as soon as you break them, this is when they start to get their attention to you. All those skyscraper, this city made of concrete, it binds human, from what I've seen, crush them. To respect every rules, I have seen humans waking up, going to do their task in this giant ant farm, doing everything, respecting the rules, trying to be free but never able to, following rules, stasis, status quo. Sure, your cops, they will arrest those who do not respect those rules. But they are the same cops that will follow the rule of the mayor. The mayor who seems to have a knack to go after us. How would you put it, young Cleve?
Well, I'd say they're the people most likely to notice if we're fucking up the veil. And to keep noticing. And not let it go.
Hmm.
She turns her head and starts chewing on the other shoulder. I don't think you're wrong,
not-
Ryan.
Word of advice. I know the litany doesn't say anything regarding eating the flesh of werewolf, but I think you should stop trying to eat yourself. You wouldn't be very efficient.
She stops and like gives the shoulder a lick of apology. Like, sorry, buddy, you don't deserve this.
Rite of contrition toward shoulder.
To her shoulder. And she's gonna stand up and shake herself off again, and then like move towards Katori to kind of sniff at him. It's a friendly gesture, but it's also just kind of restless.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty much. He pretty much observed in this very grumpy senpai position.
Okay. So she gives him a good
He
sniffing.
doesn't stop, but he doesn't stop her.
You smell like a bear.
Well, yes, I do. Congratulations. It seems that you know how to use your nose. But if you have smelled the bear on me, then I guess that you also smell Uktena. And, well, probably not smelling, but much more seeing owl.
There's definitely a light in her eyes when he mentions owl, because Katori looks cool as fuck, and she thinks that's exciting. And it's in an entirely Hamid way that she thinks that he looks exciting. She can't hide it. She doesn't quite wag her tail, but pretty much everything but. Yep, I noticed those two things too, right? It's just the bear that surprises me.
Why would you find it surprising?
Oh, there's not a good answer to that. There's no answer that she can actually make that's not going to make him throat her. She realizes that a little bit late. Her ears go back, and her tail tucks between her legs again, and she looks a little bit like, well, I walked into that one. Now I'm dead.
Let me write my testament.
Exactly. Someone tell my mom I loved her.
So that doesn't answer his question.
Bears haven't traditionally been allies of our people. Raya.
True. We were a bunch of dicks. as Hamid says.
Oh, she's gonna peony that. She is startled at. Nope. Well, hey, yeah, lupus. I love it. It's so exciting to get to use the lupus.
Well, yes, that's why the lupus is the superior race.
I have a real face.
Well, congratulations. What exactly do you want to know through this statement? What is she trying to get?
She's trying pretty hard to gauge his level of hostility towards Garu. Like whether this is
Uh,
he's about to explain his story a little better, but she's just watching, so you can kind of say as you go. She's
pretty
just
much.
watching super closely.
But yeah, pretty much through his statement and the way he's saying it, it's not even, it doesn't feel like, hate, anger, or anything. It feels really much like a statement, like someone would say the sky is blue.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
Let me guess. They are necromancers. They raise the dead, and they were pretty bad, and thus we killed them.
He said, let me guess. Like he has a different answer. So she stays quiet and attentive.
I would be watchful of those words that you have towards Bear. I built the shrine of Bear that is in this sept. I have let go of my rage with numerous members of this sept towards Bear. I helped one of Bear's children to fight against the worm entity, to take it back where it belonged, beyond the great sky into the oblivion of space. And we are currently on a mission to save another bear changer that is currently held and tortured by humans in the service of a worm. Girls, they are mysterious, but I went to the abyss. I saw and learned many things. Members of my pack learned many things towards our history. You will have to make your own research, make your own conclusions. But let me tell you something. If someone that you care would die, or someone that you estimated, and you knew that someone could bring him back into the world of the living, what would you do?
She licks her lips very uncomfortably.
I'm awaiting for an answer, Cleof.
I've seen those I care about die. I know the answer Gaia would give us. And I would like to serve my mother. Even if it hurts. We're not vampires to live after death.
Exactly. And this should have been the answer. Because this was the answer given. There is a cycle of life and death. The natural circle goes. You live, born into this world. You kill others to survive, feasting upon their flesh so you can live, while they go back to the cycle. And then when you die, feeding the earth, feeding the worms, feeding all other animals so that they can rise. You do not bring back. This is unnatural, and this should never be done.
Ping is super confused now, and she literally rolls over on her back and eyeballs Katori from that position and whines. You smell like a necromancer.
Did you really say that?
Yes, she did.
Oh shit. Roll initiative.
She's showing submission. Is he going to break the litany?
Are you throwing me this is a horrible surrender?
What? Yes, I am. Like, that's actually why she rolled over, is because she's confused, and she knows that like because he, as far as she knows, the bears are the necromancers, and he's standing there telling her how great the bears are, but how bad necromancy is, and she just doesn't understand. And she like,
I think I will roll peony then.
okay,
You have to cross your finger right on botch.
no, I'm crossing my fingers.
So, okay, it wasn't meant as an insult,
Oh no, definitely not.
but this is clearly confusing. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I'm still gonna bite.
Okay.
Poo-doo. Oh shit. Well, at least it's lethal.
Yep.
So wait, let me go. Shrub. So yeah, you can soak four lethal. You will get your, of course, your lupus bonus.
Yes. What is my lupus bonus?
On things, but basically he bites her throat quite strongly. Yeah,
Okay.
you taking two. No wait, you're taking one or whatever.
It's two. She took two.
Okay, you take a little bit of damage as he sink his teeth in your neck. But you know, when you think that he could pretty much rape you open, he let go at least of the grip, but he's still standing over Peng.
She yelped loudly when he whined, and she didn't dodge, but she like her back legs are kicking again. If he tries to bite her again, there will.
Yeah,
Because she can't submit any more than she is submitting right now.
What did I told you? Be watchful of your words. They are not necromancers. They may had in the past the ability to bring back things. And I do not claim that I know everything. But I have witnessed Garu begging, crying on their knees, demanding of a Garal that they bring back a king. A king. As if one Silverfang could make the difference. Unaccepting of right, unaccepting of a cycle going on. And the girl, they refused to do so. This is why, part of a reason why we turned on them. So, from this, who appears more of a necromancer? The guardian of the wild, protector of the land, who wish things to go to the cycle, or those who begs, asking that one be brought back to life and slaughtering others when they refused.
She whines because she's trying pretty hard to process this, but she's also trying. She's also bleeding.
Well, I mean, this is not your breed form. You can actually
that's
make
right.
stamina survival to heal.
Yes, let's do that. Oh God.
And I mean, technically, you don't. I mean, we're not really.
Oh, is it stamina survival?
I think it is.
Or primal urge.
I mean, currently, this is pretty much cinematic. I mean, you're slowly healing.
Sure.
We're not.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about rolling for it then. I don't know what to like. My stamina survival and my stamina primal urge are vastly different. So,
yeah, somehow they would be.
So she's healing. He asked her a specific question. He asked her what.
Basically, he told her, be watchful of your tongue because you're calling them necromancer. When pretty much there was a bunch of Silverfang whiners crying towards the girl that they wanted their precious little king back. And the girl said no, because that's not part of the cycle. And then it's pretty much what he says is Silverfang went nuts and declared war on the girl for this.
Sure.
So who does seems more like a necromancer, the guy who just say, circle of life, and the other who goes like, don't care, raise back the dead.
Is he still standing over her?
Yes, but he's not, throating her now. He's just over. He's just above her.
You know when a dog licks your chin to placate you?
Mm-hmm.
It's a sign of submission.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna do that instead of answering, because it's almost a rhetorical question, as far as she can tell. Like she'd never heard that story before. It's new to her, and she's pretty sure that what he really wants out of it is I was a dumb. So.
I was a dum-dum. Or D, I was a dum-dum.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So she's going to circle D.
Okay. You can feel at least that the tension is leaving. Because pretty much, yeah, you could feel that he was very tensed. Pretty much.
Yeah,
not necessarily searching for an excuse, but he still, throw at you. So after probably a minute out of it, he is going to get off her, and he's going to look at her. Well, I said you shouldn't think too much. Perhaps I should revise my judgment. As he sigh. Your question was a legitimate one. However, formulated very poorly. Should I ask? Should I? Should I say? You couldn't know, so take this as a lesson. Knowledge makes you powerful, but restrained and thoughtful process can also make you survive longer. I would be. This sept you will find is very different from others. Many tribes are present. We have Fianna, Uktena, Children of Gaia, Shadow Lord, Silverfang, get a Fenrir, or Black Fury. There are many among us. We all hold different beliefs. I think that you should still give your opinion. However, I learned something from the Weaver box. Sometimes you should perhaps try to be as he tries to search for the words. You should be mindful of the words that you are using. Some of them might, as you have discovered, they might get you mixed result.
She rolls back over and like shakes herself off again. She's gonna pull herself to her feet and move back towards him to kind of sniff at his shoulder again. And she tells him, "I'm sorry I offended you. Sometimes learning hurts."
Yes, the cubs, they learned a lot of that meaning with the water. Very well. There's a cub. The urge. Gabriel. I want you to find him. Find him and teach him the ways of the spirits of the city. We used to have a competent glasswalker, Galliard. Unfortunately, now I'm stuck with Aaron.
Oh, she's gonna bristle. She can't roll manipulation subterfuge right now, so she's gonna bristle when he says it.
Lol. No, he doesn't see it.
She was standing next to him, and she backs off a few paces, and she sits down, and she curls her tail over her feet.
if you want to know more, you can always ask him. But yes, if you're asking the reason why I'm going to be pretty much a grumpy Afro, he and the pack that he is might have something to do with it. But anyway, you are feared of a glasswalker, and if there is at least something that I will give credit for your tribe, is that you know how to get into the weaver's web. After all, you're quite bashful about it. So I want you to go to the cub named Gabriel, the one who sent of Shadowlord. Find him and give him an insight on the spirit that he will see in the city. Because I could do it, but as you can guess, my answer are going to be very particular from the point of view of a lupus raised in the wild. Do this, and I will look at you in a different light.
She's considering that, specifically because he's phrased it in terms of almost an exchange or a trade. And for just a second, it looks like she's trying to decide whether she's getting shafted. And then she starts laughing again, like her tongue lolls again. And she's giving him that silent wolf laugh. I can do that. He's a good kid.
Yes. One that may show potential as a feared. But he will need to know more about the city. So do this, and I might give you something in return if I find the results satisfactory.
She looks startled by that. She looks legitimately startled by that and definitely intrigued.
Do you want to roll curiosity?
Yes, she does. Let's see. It's willpower.
No, it's a wits roll.
Oh, wit. Well,
Yes.
that would have been a very nice roll. I miss you, that roll.
And then I would have been like, what? 5 wits? What? Wait, what?
No, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. So you pass it. You feel like, you know, this. I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know so badly. But you can still ask. But yeah, you at least have some kind of mastering over your own sense of curiosity when he says, I may give you something.
Sure. Yeah, she is super curious, but she also doesn't like the offer itself kind of piques her. It pleases her. And she's not going to ask because she is going to sit there and savor that instead.
And with that, he is going to nod, and he's going to walk past. He's going to walk past her, and before going off into the distance to do stuff, important Afro stuff, which probably consists of pretty much guarding his den with steaks and eating bacon. uh, yes, important stuff. As he pass next to her, he's going to say, "Welcome to the Sept of the Green, Leaf." And with that, he's going to trot off.
She is going to roll willpower to just let him go without saying anything. She has one success. It's enough. So she lets him have the last word, and then she goes bounding off in the opposite direction in what is pretty distinctly a frolic.
And I guess with that, we can call it a scene. Thank you, player, for for playing. Watchers for watching this interesting exchange. And we will catch you next time to see if Kotori will deem Gabriel's teaching satisfactory. And who knows? Maybe Ping will get some lore. I don't know. Perhaps some Umbra lore. We'll catch you next time, people.